It's been a while since I made a good video, or a deeper video I should say, other than the rain, but that wasn't very deep, and that was more for myself than anyone else, because I'm selfish that way. Anyways, there's not that much that I can talk about with much experience, because I'm not that smart either. I've never been that bright, and I never will be, and I don't have that much to cover if I were going to talk about something to somebody, but I do have a lot of experience with depression, and I can talk about that, because that's right down my alley. So I decided I should make a video on it, because, yeah, maybe got a reason or something. But even if you don't struggle with depression, you can still watch this, because you're probably one of those really annoying people who are like, oh, you're depressed, too bad. You'll get over it, you'll grow up one day, it's okay. Yeah, you people really annoy me at times. I know most people are like that anyways, because no one really wants to deal with it. I think it is serious because it does change you emotionally and physically, and it changes how you interact with people, it changes how you think and how you view things, and I'm pretty sure you all know what I would mean by emotionally, especially if you're a girl and you know how things can totally mess up you emotionally, because then everything is in the air and yeah, it's chaos. But yeah, and I'm pretty sure you guys would know what I mean by it changes how you act towards people, because usually when people are depressed, they usually put up barriers and walls, and they don't really let anyone in. And if you are let in, you're really special, apparently, to those people, I guess. And physically, you've probably heard this so many times, because this is like the #1 thing that I've heard, is that when you're depressed, you eat a lot. I don't do that. I do the opposite. I sleep all the time, and I don't eat at all. Yeah, when I was really depressed, like November through January or whatever, I did not eat at all. Okay, I did, but I didn't eat that much, and I lost like 3 pounds over those months, and that's saying something, because I don't do any exercise whatsoever. I literally walk to my kitchen, and then walk back, and then walk to our schoolroom, which is 2 rooms away from the kitchen, and then I walk back. Yeah, that's as far as my exercise goes. Yeah, so saying that I lost 3 pounds is kind of a lot for me, I guess. And the doctors were like, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with your family? Right from my mom. Like, even if there was something wrong, I don't want to tell you. It's from my mom. So, yeah, it does change you physically. It's a little bit scary to some people, because they're either going to get really fat or they're going to get really skinny. And I guess for people who really care about how they look, then that could be scary. But I don't care all that much. Because it would be worse if I was going to get more fat when I'm depressed. I'm really fat right now. But yeah, maybe I should get depressed again, so then I'll be skinny. But yeah, I don't care that much. So yeah, you can understand how it would change you physically. And then, this is probably the worst way that it can change you, I would say, is that it changes how you view things. And honestly, I know that I have a lot of screwed up views on different things, like how I view myself. Not saying I should have a high self-esteem, I do not agree with that at all. And I'm not saying views as in like theological views. I'm not a heretic, don't worry, I promise I'm not. Of course, heretics probably promise that they're not either. Anyways, I don't mean those kinds of views, I meant just other kind of views. I'd rather not say, but you could probably think of what they are. If you know me, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. And so, I think that is the scariest part, because once you have a screwed up view, it can change so much. It changes how you think, it changes pretty much everything, other than physically, for the most part. But it changes a lot, and it's kind of scary, because views aren't so hard to change back. And it's only by God's grace that He has changed a bit of my views, a few of them, and yeah, humbling, but has to be done, you know? And so I think that is important. So to sum it up, I think it is a serious issue that we all need to deal with. And I do think that a lot of people who actually do struggle with depression, they really need to get off their butts and actually fight against it. Because a lot of people don't do that. They're just like, oh, I'm depressed. Too bad. I'll get over it eventually when my life turns up, you know? But honestly, I haven't really struggled with depression, serious depression, in like a month. And that's saying a lot, because I used to struggle with it a lot. It's not like I haven't struggled with the temptation, because I have been tempted quite a lot, but I haven't actually been depressed. And it's not because my life's going amazing, and it's not because I have an amazing boyfriend who tells me how wonderful I am. It's not because I have friends who I go and hang out with a lot. It's not because people make my life fantastic, and it's not because it's going smoothly. It's not because of any of that. It's because God has actually taken a few of my bad views and changed my views on that. A lot of changing going on, I know, but seriously, like, depression combined with like past addictions and stuff, those have scarred so much of my views, and it's scary to think back on how much it's changed me. But God's been so gracious, and He's changed me a lot, and it's humbling, and it just kind of reminds me when I look back that it is a serious issue that needs to be dealt with. And so, yeah, I just wanted to make a video about how serious it was. I hope that gave you a little bit of insight of how it is. I don't know if it did. Kind of hope it did. Well, I do hope it did. Yeah. Anyways, I'm tired. I'm going to go and sleep or something at 6:30 because I have no life. But yeah, hope you have a good day or night, whatever.